my gosh, yes, Sonic Boom games, and why they're not good. More specifically, just Rise of Lyric and Shadow Crystal. Sonic Boom, part of Sonic, has always been one of the more interesting part of the entire franchise. For the most part of it, not really being good. TV show was good, but 2 of the 3 mainline games are not enjoyable, and that's what we're here to talk about. I would put in Fire and Ice, but Fire and Ice managed to be tolerably, so it gets a pass. So we're going over why Rise of Lyric and Shadow Crystal are not good. So yeah, let's figure out how how I consider at least Rise of Lyric worse than 06 in a way, essentially. Yeah, just a quick thing for a startup. How are Sonic's friends running at super speed like him? I get Tails, but Knuckles and Amy just doesn't make sense, because when did they have super speed? That just doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, the game, it's pretty, main problem is it's just so goddamn boring. You're doing some mindless combat or some random normal platforming and puzzles that are way too easy for anyone to solve, and then it's back to even more bland level design with barely anything going on besides an occasional jump and thing you have to break. Yeah, I mean, what riveting gameplay? I mean, come on, could compete, like, it's very bad. I don't like it. Team pisses me off. Sonic and friends are mad at him for, basically him. Yeah, locked him in a room with some ancient evil you shouldn't awaken, but still, they're so ungrateful here. You guys were literally about to be clobbered by Metal Sonic. They're pretty boring. I mean, come on. Anyone could solve these. Even first-time Sonic goers would be like, these are painfully easy. Like, you're not going to find much excitement. And there's so many different gameplay styles. 2D platformers, 3D platforms, boat run and gun platforms, running away from objects, forgot that game style. Platforming, puzzles. It's like they just couldn't fucking pick which gameplay style they wanted to go in. So they just picked a bunch of ones that are just kind of boring and no one really cares that much about them. Yeah, I know, good times. And also the boss battle's pretty boring. It's not like I care. I mean, like everything else in the game, they're pretty boring and pretty easy to figure out. So, once again, who really cares? Oh, wait, not this guy. So, yeah, it's not also the music. Like everything else, also painfully regrettable. Like the entire game. Hey, does that sound familiar, Sega? So just don't play this game. It's boring, okay? Jeez, you'll piss everyone off. Here comes Shattered Crystal. On one hand, this game looks really good. Controls great. Great level design. Pretty decent music. How could it be bad? Even put some of the cutscenes that feel like straight out of a TV show in here. So how could a game like Shattered Crystal end up being as bad like maybe Rise of Lyric? It will take no long before you are locked out of progression. Yeah, don't you just love games where you need to... Like most games for this, collecting everything should be, for the most part, at least optional. For games that are required to collect everything in order to progress, that kind of sucks, because it just slows the game into a crawl. You gotta go back to previous levels just to get enough collectibles to move on to the next damn level, and after that, you gotta do the whole thing all over again, and it's just very tedious, and that sucks, man. Just having to go back to keep getting everything. And it's not like collecting everything gets you anything neat. The actual reward for collecting everything is kind of like, actually, like, why did I even play this game in the first place kind of feeling. That progression kind of holds this game back a lot specifically, and kind of holds back both of these games for their own individual problems, but it's just not worth to play these 2 specific Sonic Boom games really at all, ever. And that's what it was. These games did have the potential to be good, but Rise of Lyric was basically doomed from the start, and Shadow Crystal's BS progression system, if you just, cut a lot of those things out, these games could at least be decent, and maybe we'd have more Sonic Boom games going in the future. But with things like that, we couldn't do that, because that would make sense, apparently. Anyway, I'll see you next time for Yu-Gi-Oh! Dying to Pokemon video. See you next time. See ya.